Thank you. To start with, I'm very, very honored to be here today, and I cannot express my joy for all the girls that have honored this invitation. To my colleagues, my mates, secondary school mates, they knew what they went through even yesterday. They have a taste of New York traffic. And before I start the program, I just want to honor and appreciate all of you, my doctors, colleagues, brothers. Some of you traveled 2.5 hours to come. Dr. Adebayo, our father in the house, Professor Uluwale from Ijare, our father. I said, should I say Uber? No, I would drive myself. I was shocked. He drove himself all the way here, sir. We cannot thank you enough. And my mentor, my professor, the man who made me who I am today with the hand of God, Dr. Ijare, is here. All of you that have come to honor me, my colleagues, my go on top, the chairman of NACOF Club, my brother Jimobi is here with his wife, my brother Dr. Babalola, all of my friends, my brothers, and I always call my sister Buki, the husband, my family. I can't mention all the names. I want to thank you for finding your way to come here. My brother Wali and his friends, wives, very beautiful wives, and all Ulutalabis and everybody. I want to welcome you here. We, like the secretary said, we ought to have started at 6 o'clock. There's no African time in our time, but because of the traffic, we have to push back. So we will be starting this program knowing fully that some of you have sacrificed enough time to make it here. And then based on that, we'll be starting, and I will be calling. All of you deserve to be on a high table, like I said, from the bottom of my heart, except that we have limited table here, and we'll be honoring some people to come to the high table. While we do that, and one of our ushers will be helping you to the high table. The first person I'll be introducing to the high table tonight, apart from the love that we have for him, being a light to all of us that grew up in Ijare, from my hometown, is the person that we look up to, that some of us didn't end up to be a bricklayer, that some of us didn't end up to be a bus conductor. Growing up as a child, I've been hearing about Professor Uluwale. When you hear that name, it's synonymous to education. You can't go backward. And one thing I will tell Prof today that he has never heard from me, Prof, that was probably in the 80s or 70, 84, 85, sir, when I came from Ijare with Dr. Babatola, and we have gone as our normal young boys to run after parties and do what young boys used to do. And we came to meet you at the Faculty of Medicine. Dr. Babala asked me to accompany him. We came to meet with you, and I look at you. That was the first time I saw you, sir. You look at you, you said, "You are not serious." I was like, I moved back. So everything about Prof is academics. You're not serious, you can't be his friend. Prof, we love you. We can't love you. We appreciate 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 you. In life, I always love to appreciate people that walk the road that I'm walking. They beam the light for me to see through the darkness. And like a father of one of my friends said, he said, it's a curse sometimes for you to be born in the village because you are in the total darkness. If you don't have people like him who showed you the light, the path to go, the direction to follow, you end up not fulfilling your God-given potential. So we want to thank you once again. On behalf of all sons and daughters of Ijare, I want to appreciate you, sir. Thank you one more time. The next person I will be inviting to the high table is a person that everyone that has probably crossed my path knows me, knows the role he plays in my life. We cannot say that everything we become in life is God's hand, but there is no way I will tell the history of my life without mentioning him, what he has done for me. And sometimes I ask myself, why did this man so much delight in me? Why did he have so much compassion in me as a young boy growing up and being a university student? He's a man that left Ife, came looking for me, and when I already resigned to faith, I don't know how I'm going to travel abroad. I only was holding a certificate of 2-1, maybe one day I'll get a scholarship. And I had one day the man came looking for me. Unfortunately, he couldn't find me. He had a flat tire when he was coming to Ijare, and he stopped by at Akure to give the message to my boss then. I said, I'm going to Ijare to meet with Benga, but I had a flat tire, I have to go back. If you see him or call him, tell him that there's a job in America, he will come to look for me. But this man is somebody that specializes in that he forgot about me. So one of the day I was frustrated at Rikiti, and I went to him to say, please transfer me from this place. I'm tired. And he said, one of your lecturer came and said he was looking for his name is Dr. Aberoji. He's talking about Joe. I said, Joe, I went to Ife. And that is how my lecturer, who is more or less my uncle, got me to America, got me a job here in the United States of America, and as I came here, and my life changed. I became somebody who now answered to his name. That same year that Dr. Aberoji brought me to America, then people start calling me my real name, because it's a transformation that is to everybody one cannot imagine. He has shown love to my family then, up to now. And people, my daughter asked me, why do you call him uncle? Is he from Ijare? I say, it's not uncle. Where we came from is responsibility that determines what you call the man. The man might not be from your Ijare, but he's playing the role of an uncle. He's my uncle. And that's how everybody gets to know him as uncle. Some of my colleagues that are still coming now, we're used and we call him uncle, and his wife cannot do anything about that. So without wasting much of our time, trying to make sure we have enough time to wait for our incoming guests, so that's why if I start telling much about this man, I mean, we won't leave here today. But I want everybody, please give him the honor as I welcome him and his wife to the high table. Dr. and Mrs. Aberoji. Thank you. Of course, we all know why we are here today. We call ourselves the group of G7. We are dedicated to give back to our community. We could have probably said individually, we touched ourselves, we're doing this, but this is just what we come to do every year. We gather in one city, we cherish one another, love one another, and celebrate and have fun. This is my year to host them. I said, what can I do? I don't have many people, but I have families here. I have my brothers, I have everybody, my colleagues. So I said, I'm going to invite them and make it like a form of dinner. Well, so we can raise some money to do something tangible. I want to also recognize one of my brothers, whom when I called, I don't know why he probably, I don't know if he's a prophet. I will ask his wife after this time, after this ceremony. But I reached out to him and I said, Dr. Adebayo, he's a medical doctor, a renowned medical doctor. I got to know him through one of my boss. And I said, Dr. Adebayo, I want to see you. Because to bring somebody to come all the way from where he lives to come and attend a gathering like this, I thought he deserves at least that honor for me to go and give him the physical invitation card. And I said, Dr. Adebayo, I want to come to your house, but I want to give you the invitation card. You don't have to come because if you can just scan it to me or do it WhatsApp. I was like, wow. And all the way you're going to make it. So, and he's here with his wife, beautiful wife, and I want to appreciate you, Dr. Adebayo, for the honor, for the time, the traffic, and everything. And I want to bring you to the high table. Please let me welcome Dr. and Mrs. Adebayo to the high table. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Nice. The next person I'll be bringing to the high table is one of us. The person that I'm bringing to the high table is somebody that we can describe as somebody who loves God, who has a passion for what he does. He loves the community. And it is sometimes we do say it among ourselves, This man is not from Ijare, Prof. It's not from Ijare, but he's the one that is bringing us together, the 7 of us. He's from Ijare. He only went through that school. And he's been doing a lot for the community, bringing us together to make sure we give back to our community and our school. Especially the young lady that came here also is not from Ijare. The two of them, they are the backbone of our organization. And he is the president. We made him our life president, and we are giving him the key of Ijare, sir, when we met in Maryland the last time. And I want to introduce you and bring to the high table our president, Ms. Coyote Adewum, and Mrs. I am not going to bring the next person to the high table, but I just want everybody to know whom he is. Is one of us here, and even when we were in secondary school, when most of us were in the world.